Hey everyone, this is a quick tutorial of how to use Interactivity Studio. So without further ado, let's get started. First things first, we're going to drag and drop an image in here. So let me just bring in an image. And we have this image with multiple items. And at this point, if you had uploaded a different image, you can always start again and drag and drop another image. We're going to click next. And here we're going to name our first item. So you might want to think, okay, what should I make interactive? Let's start with the right AirPod over here. Click next, and we want to choose a color for outlining this object that will have some amount of contrast. So we don't want to use white because if we do something like this, it might be a little bit hard to see for us when we're outlining the object. So for now, I'm just going to clear all dots and change the color to, let's do red. And to help us out a little bit more, we're going to zoom in on this object so we can outline it better. And I'm just going to outline the right AirPod right now. So let's get started with it. Okay, at any point if you made a mistake, say you didn't want this particular dot to be here, you can click on remove dot and it will reverse itself. So it's like an undo. Also, another thing is that you need not close in this space over here. You can just click next and it's going to join. We'll come to this step later on, but for now let's just go and click next. You can see that it's interactive. You go back, zoom out and see it's interactive. And this is the bubble stage, and this is the bubble. A bubble is essentially a light box. So here we want to be attaching any kind of content that we want to go with this AirPod. It can be a way in which we can show something with greater context. It can be helpful in improving product conversions or in giving the audience a different perspective of the item. So right now we have access to the text block, the image and text block, and the video and text block. So with these different types, you can experiment with different formats. So you can pick a theme, whether it's light or dark, and we're going to add this image here, and here we have it. It's a different kind of view. Say your price, the button, you can pick up the link here and say shop and there we have it, done. And to see a preview, you can go into click the preview section and check it out. See that our image now has a light box on it. But you might think, what's the use of just having a right AirPod, right? We want both of them to interact at the same time. And you're right, we do. So let's get started with that. I'm going to go click back, and we're going to add a part to the item. So it's the same process. Once again, we're going to zoom in. Our previous color has already been picked. We'll zoom in and make this left outline. And click next. Go back and see the whole view. Both of them interact at the same time now. And the beauty of Interactivity Studio really is where you can add and make multiple items interactive. So if you were to say make this charging cable interactive, let's start with that. I'm going to make this smaller, add a new item by clicking here. Next. Our color has already been picked by default since we just used red, but feel free to change this anytime. We can zoom in, reposition ourselves so we get a better view. And let's get into it. Click next. This is the fun part. So you're wondering, right, what this step really does. Essentially, this is the best case where you can see it in action. So when outlining this wire, we just want the outline of this charging cable, right? We don't want what's inside here, and we probably want to have the opportunity to exclude that zone too. So what we can do is outline this part and click cut. So let's see it in action. Okay, are you ready to see the magic? Let's click cut. There we go. Just have this part interactive now. And if we click next, you'll see that just this part is interactive. We can add another bubble to it, so I'm just gonna add an image, and let's just not add a button this time since you know how to do that already. But if you wanted to add another part to this, we'd be adding part and then going around this item in the same way as I've shown you before. So if you would want to publish this and put it on your website, you can click on next. And first, what's going to happen is once you're finished putting all this information, first we will upload this onto Interactivity Studio, and then we'll be able to go in and embed this onto your website, and you're going to see the instructions to do that shortly. I've copy pasted some information. Feel free to format it as you'd like to your liking. And one feature that I'd like to point out is you can actually add a link here. So if I wanted to make earbuds a link, I can say earbuds and then add a link. So this slug is going to be just a part of the URL, and it's going to be very unique to what your image is, and it helps identify what image this is, so it helps locate that image. And you can click if this is not safe for work. It'll appear blurred on Interactivity Studio, and you can choose whether or not to upload it to the community. So just up to you, really. We're going to save this, so let's click that. And yeah, it's going to ask you to sign in. Since I'm a new user, I'm going to be entering an email address. I'm going to do that right away. And here, I'll add my email address. I'm going to click next. It's going to do some verification, and it's going to ask for a verification code. Now, it's going to ask you whether you want to embed this, the image that you just created on your website, or you just want to continue with that embedding. If you'd like to embed it onto your website, there's going to be a second part of this video, so be sure to check it out. For now, we're just going to continue with that embedding. There we have it. This is published to the community, so you can check everything else out here, and everyone else's pictures are here, but most importantly our picture is here. If you click on it, you'll go to the right place where you can shop on Back Market, where we had the link. And this can be a really good case if you're doing product marketing, if you're doing some form of content marketing, if you'd like to add affiliate links to any of these images, any of these part of the images, you can do so. So that's about it. Thank you so much for watching, and do check out the next part where we show you how you can embed this image onto any website.